I think I invite you now to give us the welcome address and tell us what the Meerut Citizens Forum is all about. Mr. Vivek Singhal.
Honorable Shri Rajendra Agarwal ji, Dr. Prabhat Kumar ji, Shri Anil Bhagwaj from FISME, Shri Manoj Chauhan ji, Shri Anil Nair, Vivek Nair, and Sumit Arora from Janagar, Bangalore, all the officials, experts, citizens, and media persons present here today. A very good morning to all of you. It is my proud privilege to welcome you all today to Meerut Citizen Forum's first conference on Meerut City Development. Probably the first conference of its kind in Meerut by an NGO. Before we proceed, let me give you a brief background of Meerut Citizens Forum. We are a young organization where we are a few months old, and we are a not-for-profit foundation comprising citizens from all walks of life. Our mission is to improve the quality of life in Meerut City. Now, the dictionary definition of quality of life is, and I'll read it out, daily living enhanced by wholesome food, clean air, clean water, enjoyment of unfettered open spaces and bodies of water, conservation of wildlife and natural resources, security from crime, and protection from radiation and toxic substances. In fact, The Economist magazine renamed Quality of Life Index as Where to be Born Index. Next year, the Government of India will release a ranking of India's 116 major cities on the basis of quality of life, and for this purpose, it has devised a livability index. There are 79 parameters in this livability index, such as availability of roads, education, healthcare, mobility, employment opportunities, emergency response, grievance redressal, pollution, availability of open and green spaces, cultural and entertainment opportunities, and so on. Now, in many of these spheres, our governments, be it central government or state government or local administration, there are several plans, initiatives, and projects going on. But the biggest problem is implementation. Some of these plans and projects have been going on since decades. There is the 20-year master plan, which was released in 2001 and which is now going to expire in 2021. There is the city development plan prepared for JNNURM, then Amrit, and numerous reports and studies. So much effort has gone into coming up with solutions to improve the quality of life in Meerut. However, the reality is that vast majority of these, maybe almost 90%, still remain just on paper. Now, we started to dig a little deeper as to why this is the case, despite the best plans, intentions of government. And we realized that any project or plan relates to multiple departments within government. And there is no one project director who can command all these departments. Now, combine this with the fact that political leaders as well as officials, they have a limited tenure and multiple responsibilities. So it is a no-brainer that most projects remain incomplete or face too much delays. To give you an example, we are tracking Kanwad Marg project, which Honorable Commissioner pursued with Honorable CM in May during his Meerut visit. Now, this project was started more than a decade ago, and every year before Shivratri, entire Western UP comes to a standstill for almost 10-15 days. Now, there are 3 departments involved in this project: irrigation, PWD, and forest. Now, irrigation department has paid almost 2.5 crores for getting NOC from forest department in previous years. And this year, when PWD wanted to restart work, Forest Department asked for additional fee, citing rate revision. For a few months, file went back and forth as to who will pay, whether it will be the PWD or irrigation. Finally, PWD made the payment, and now the local forest office has sent the file to UP State Forest Office in Lucknow, which will then forward the file to Central Forest Ministry. And remind you, this is not the end of it. Part of Kanwad Marg comes under PWD Muzaffarnagar, and they are yet to make the additional payment to Forest Department. And it seems as if PWD Meerut and PWD Muzaffarnagar, they are acting like 2 different departments. Meanwhile, 2018 Shivratri is approaching, and as things stand today, we will have yet another year of total shutdown, Kanwad shutdown. Now, in MCF, we have taken upon ourselves to track such projects from table to table and try to expedite taking help from leaders, officials, and senior media persons. We see ourselves as partner to government. In this endeavor, we make extensive use of social media such as Twitter and Facebook. Many government departments in Meerut do not still have their Twitter handle. We would request Honorable Commissioner to make it mandatory for all departments in Meerut to create and use Twitter handles in line with Government of India's focus on Digital India. Another important focus area of Meerut Citizens Forum is bringing best practices from around India to Meerut. I Change My City is an example. My friends from Janagre are going to talk about it later. It is the latest citizen grievance redressal mechanism, web-based and mobile app-based, presently only in 4 cities in India: Bangalore, Mumbai, Delhi, Bhubaneswar. Meerut is going to be the first city in UP and 5th city in India to have this world-class solution. And thanks to the initiative shown by Honorable Municipal Commissioner Shri Manoj Kumar Chauhan. Similarly, we are working with Indore's NGO Basics to bring best practices in solid waste management to Meerut. Most of you are aware that Indore is today the cleanest city in India, but it was ranked 150 just 3 years ago. And it has achieved this transformation in such a short period. And I am happy to inform this August gathering that the Indore NGO Basics, Meerut Nagar Nigam, and Meerut Citizens Forum will soon be undertaking a pilot project in 3 wards, basically 10,000 households, for a period of 3 months, for which the fee of Basics Indore NGO will be borne by Meerut Citizens Forum. Our third focus area is to promote voter awareness, especially for local body elections. Towards this end, we had organized a If I Were Mayor of Meerut essay contest, which saw very encouraging participation, and later today, we will be felicitating the winners of this contest. In our brief existence, we have seen in the government officials a strong desire to perform. We have also received tremendous encouragement, be it Honorable MP Saab or Commissioner Saab or Municipal Commissioner Saab, or the various departments, Nagar Nigam, MDA, PWD, Jal Nigam, Traffic Police. All of them are extremely responsive to new ideas and suggestions. And I wish to take this opportunity to convey our gratitude to them. As we started out, we were fortunate to have our paths crossed with Janagre. They are a 20-year-old NGO working in the field of urban governance and doing great work with Government of India, Government of Rajasthan, and various other state governments. Few days back, Union Minister Shri Hardeep Puri visited their office to discuss various initiatives. My friends from Janagre will soon share more details about Janagre, but I just wish to say a big thanks to you, Anil, Sumit, and Vivek. You are a big source of guidance and strength to all of us at Meerut Citizens Forum. We are also fortunate to have amongst us ICLEI, which is an international NGO of almost 1,500 local city governments. There, Mr. Vijay Saini is here. Mr. Saini, yeah, there he is. They very graciously offered assistance to Meerut Smart City team, and I wish to place on record our sincere thanks and appreciation to them. As a matter of fact, we at Meerut Citizens Forum became wiser about city's present status while we extended help to the Nagar Nigam in preparing the Smart City proposal. My deepest gratitude to all the national and international experts for coming all the way to our city for enriching us with their experiences. Mr. Anil Bhardwaj of ISME, Mr. Shri Gopal Jagtap of Basics. Friends, we have an exciting day ahead with 2 focus sessions, one on mobility and second on Swachhta. We selected these 2 dimensions to begin with because traffic jams and dirty city are 2 biggest problems facing our city. There will be presentations from concerned departments as well as from experts on best practices. And today is just a beginning. We will have many more sessions and interactions on an ongoing basis covering other dimensions of livability. Ultimately, livability or quality of life depends on local governance. And quality of local governance depends on quality of state government and personality of Chief Minister. Looking at the team in place in Lucknow and Meerut, Honorable CM, MP, Commissioner, Municipal Commissioner, we feel optimistic. Rajenji is amongst very few members of Parliament who possess rich knowledge of parliamentary procedures and strong connections both at centre as well as state. Meerut City is lucky to have Prabhatji as our commissioner. In the recently concluded local body elections, for the first time, election manifesto was brought out. And this is a sign of change, a sign of progress. In fact, for the first time, the election manifesto for local body elections of the ruling party talks of creating employment opportunities while managing cities. And we have amongst us Shri Anil Bhagwaj, Secretary General FISME, which is a leading national industry association, who will share his thoughts on how cities can create economic growth and generate employment. Citizens of Meerut too are yearning for change, for the progress, and they are more than willing to do their bit. We have seen overwhelming support and desire to contribute by citizens of Meerut across diverse occupations. Many of us sitting here today are wholeheartedly devoting our time and sharing our expertise for the common welfare of the city. And I am confident that together we will be able to bring about visible improvements in the quality of life of Meerut sooner than later. I hope that Meerut, an ancient land, will again emerge as a vibrant city, a leading city on Where to Be Born Index, a city which not only retains its young but also attracts talent from outside. With these words, I welcome you all once again. Thank you.